Welcome to the realm where legends come to life. Here, we journey through the timeless tales of myth, folklore, and ancient history, exploring the mysteries that have fascinated humanity for centuries. From the heroic sagas of legendary warriors to the eerie whispers of forgotten spirits, every story is a portal to a world beyond the ordinary. Subscribe and join me on this adventure as we uncover the truth behind the myths, unravel the secrets of ancient civilizations, and delve deep into the stories that shaped our world. Whether you're a lover of history, a fan of fantasy, or simply someone who enjoys a good tale, there's something here for you. Let the stories begin. Are sirens mythical or real creatures? Unveiling the truth behind the legends. Throughout the ages, many mythical creatures have captivated the imaginations of people across cultures. Among the most enchanting yet terrifying of these creatures are the sirens. These beings have long been a part of Greek mythology and have made their way into countless stories, films, and legends. But are sirens mere myths, or could there be some truth behind their existence? What are sirens? In Greek mythology, sirens are hybrid creatures with the body of a bird and the head of a beautiful woman. They are known for their captivating songs, which are said to draw sailors into their deadly grasp. The siren songs are described as being so sweet and alluring that no man could resist them. Once lured close enough, the sailors would meet their doom, either drowning in the ocean or being devoured by the sirens themselves. But despite their well-known role as perilous temptresses, the sirens' origins and characteristics vary throughout different periods of mythology and art. Originally, sirens were depicted as half-bird, half-woman, with wings and the ability to fly, but over time, their image evolved. By the Hellenistic period, they started to resemble mermaids, beautiful women with fishtails, though still retaining their deadly nature. The power of their song. The sirens' most famous trait is their mesmerizing songs. In Greek mythology, these creatures were often seen as symbols of dangerous temptation, particularly representing women who could lead men to their ruin. This concept was reflected in Christian art during the medieval times, where sirens became a metaphor for the perilous allure of sin and temptation. In one of the most famous stories involving sirens, Homer's Odyssey tells of the hero Odysseus and his encounter with these creatures. When Odysseus and his crew sailed past the Sirens' island, they were warned of the dangers. The enchantress Circe advised Odysseus to have his men block their ears with beeswax to avoid falling under the siren's spell. However, Odysseus, known for his curiosity, had himself tied to the mast of the ship so he could hear their song without succumbing to its allure. He was so captivated by their song that he begged to be freed. But his men, following Circe's advice, sailed on, saving them all from certain death. The evolution of the siren image. Over time, the portrayal of sirens underwent a transformation. In early Greek art, sirens were shown as bird-like creatures with the heads of women and wings, often sitting on rocky islands, singing to passing sailors. These images aligned with the original concept of the sirens as dangerous creatures, half-human, half-bird, luring sailors to their deaths. However, as Greek mythology evolved, so did the depiction of sirens. By the Hellenistic period, artists began to represent them as women with the lower bodies of fish, blending them with the emerging legend of mermaids. This depiction became widespread in medieval art, where sirens and mermaids began to be seen as similar creatures. Siren songs remained just as deadly, but their appearance became more aquatic, reflecting the connection between the siren's allure and the sea. Interestingly, some of the earliest known myths about mermaids come from Assyria, dating back to around 1000 BC. These stories revolve around the ruler Atargatis, who fell in love with a human man. After accidentally killing him, she sought to atone for her sin by transforming into a fish. However, Despite her efforts to disguise herself, her beauty remained undeniable, and she retained her human form from the waist up, while the lower part of her body took the form of a fishtail. The Sirens in Homer's Odyssey. Homer's Odyssey, written around 750 BCE, is one of the earliest and most significant literary sources for the siren myth. In this epic, Odysseus and his crew must pass the Sirens' island on their journey home after the Trojan War. The Sirens use their enchanting song to try to lure the sailors to their deaths, promising them knowledge of the events of the Trojan War. However, Odysseus, aware of the danger, takes precautions. He orders his men to block their ears with wax so they cannot hear the Sirens' song. He himself is tied to the mast of the ship so that he can listen to the Sirens without being tempted to jump into the sea. As they pass the island, the Sirens sing their haunting melodies, and Odysseus becomes entranced, begging his men to set him free. But faithful to their instructions, his men continue their journey, and the Sirens' song fades as they sail away. In frustration and defeat, the Sirens throw themselves into the ocean and perish. This story is one of the most famous in Greek mythology, and it represents the idea that even the greatest of heroes is not immune to temptation. Yet, through cunning and foresight, Odysseus and his men manage to survive. Are sirens real? The question that often arises is, are sirens real, or are they purely mythical creatures? There is no concrete evidence to suggest that sirens ever existed. They are firmly rooted in mythology, appearing in ancient Greek texts and stories. Despite the widespread fascination with these creatures, there have been no verified sightings of creatures that fit the description of sirens. However, there have been various reports throughout history of supposed mermaid sightings, which may have contributed to the belief in sirens. Many of these reports have been debunked, with explanations ranging from misidentified marine animals, like manatees, to hoaxes or misunderstandings. In some cases, historical accounts of creatures that resemble mermaids or sirens may have been exaggerated or distorted over time. For example, the famous mermaid sightings along the coast of Gaul, mentioned by the Roman historian Pliny the Elder, were later shown to be hoaxes. The mermaid bodies that washed ashore were likely the remains of sea creatures, and the myths surrounding them were perpetuated by superstitious beliefs. One popular example of a siren-like creature that gained widespread attention is the Mermaid Body Found mockumentary. This 2013 film claimed to have discovered the body of a mermaid, only to later be revealed as a fictional production with no basis in reality. The enduring allure of the siren. Despite the lack of evidence supporting their existence, sirens continue to be a source of fascination. These creatures embody a deep and timeless fear of the unknown, as well as the dangerous allure of temptation. Their captivating songs and deadly promises have made them a central figure in countless myths, stories, and works of art. Whether as birdwomen or mermaids, sirens have come to symbolize the dangers of the sea and the seductive power of the unknown. They have been depicted in literature, art, and films for centuries, maintaining their status as one of the most enduring figures in mythology. Conclusion: the myth of the siren. While there is no proof that sirens ever existed, their place in myth and culture remains undeniable. They continue to captivate us with their tragic beauty and their perilous songs. Sirens, in all their various forms, are a reminder of the dangers lurking in the unknown and of the temptation that can lead us astray. In the end, sirens are not just creatures of myth. They are symbols of the eternal struggle between desire and reason, between allure and peril. As for the question of whether sirens are real, the answer remains clear. They are products of mythology, born from the minds of ancient cultures and brought to life in countless stories. Yet, despite their mythical status, The fascination with sirens continues to inspire us, reminding us of the power of myth to captivate and intrigue. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this story and want to hear more ancient legends and folklore, make sure to hit the like button and subscribe to Story Seeker. Don't forget to click the notification bell so you never miss a new story. See you in the next adventure.